It's just a few dishes. You want me to leave them here all night?
I don't care if you have them cleaned by your dentist. Just don't make me feel guilty about it.
I didn't ask you to do it.
That's how you make me feel guilty. You're always in my bathroom, picking up my towels. Whenever somebody comes over, you follow them around with an ashtray. Last night I found you in the kitchen, shaking your head, moaning, "Footprints, footprints."
I didn't say they were yours.
Well, they were mine, damn it. I have feet. They make prints. What did you want me to do, climb across the cabinets?
No, I want you to walk on the floor.
Can I? How wonderful.
I'm just trying to keep this place livable. I don't want to irritate you.
Then stop wiping the telephone. Some of my favorite fingerprints are on that phone.
I wondered how long it would take
How long what would take?
before it got on your nerves.
I didn't say you got on my nerves.
Well, it's the same thing. You said I irritated you.
You said you irritated me. I didn't say it.
Well, what did you say?
I don't know what I said. What's the difference what I said?
It doesn't make a difference. It's just I was repeating what I thought you said.
Well, don't repeat what you thought I said. Repeat what I said. My, my God, that's irritating.
I know. I'm sorry, Olive. Forgive me. I don't know what's wrong with me.
And don't sulk. If you want to fight, we'll fight. But don't sulk. It's the same as sulking. Not wrong.
You're right. I do that.
Okay, good. Holy shit! I knew it was gonna be good. It was so good. You didn't even let me announce the play. You just got right into it. I appreciate that. It's fine.
Oh, sorry.
It's the Odd Couple female version for those watching online.
Take two, by the way.
Amazing.
Totally different character.
Amazing. Correct. Great. And now you know, and it's so fun, isn't it? Where it's like, oh, I have to pause, unfortunately, because the audience is laughing so damn hard.
And I didn't do that the first time, but that's fine.
It's like,
we were like two women just fighting.
Totally. It's what it's supposed to be. It's great. Okay, good. Now, my only note is that you weren't loud enough.
Oh.
So it's like, you were close, but it needed about 6 more decibels.
Okay.
Now, for this moment, so did you get the line wrong?
I said don't pout. I was supposed to say don't pout, not
Okay,
sulk.
great. So now, you need to physicalize all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
So first you need to be clearly whatever a pout is. You need to see it. You can look away, but you got to see it and then tell her don't do that.
Right.
Then she'll correct it. Then she has to do the next thing and you have to say don't do that. And then there's got to be a difference between
sulk and
pouting
pout.
and sulking.
Right.
And you do it. You have to do what's a pout and what's a sulk, and you have to notice it. And it's funny that that there's the two different ways of doing those two things, and you're like, don't do that either. Hilarious. Okay, good. So let's. Where do you want to pick it up from?
Pout.
Pout. Okay. Big loud voice.
Wait, give me a minute.
Yeah, go ahead. Where do you want to pick it up?
Oh, I was wondering how long it would take.
Yeah, pick it up from there. That's good. Big loud. Bigger, louder.
How long what would take?
Well, before I got on your nerves.
I didn't say you got on my nerves.
Well, you said the same thing.
Louder.
You said I irritated you.
You said you irritated me. I didn't say it.
Well, what did you say?
I don't know what I said. What's the difference what I said?
It doesn't make any difference. I'm just trying to repeat what I thought you said.
Well, don't repeat what you thought I said. Repeat what I said. My God, that's irritating.
Okay, and it's. My God, that's irritating.
My God, that's irritating.
I'm sorry, Olive. Forgive me. I don't know what's wrong with me.
And don't pout.
No, you got to see it, and she's not pouting yet.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Olive. Forgive me. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Good, yeah, and hold it. She has to see it.
And don't pout. If you want to fight, we'll fight. But don't pout. Fighting, I win. Pouting, you win.
You're right. Everything you say about me is absolutely right.
And don't agree with everything I say. Sometimes I'm not right. Sometimes you're right.
You're right. I do that. I just think I'm in the wrong.
Only this time you are wrong and I'm right.
me alone.
Okay, now sulk.
Don't sulk. It's the same as pouting.
Keep going.
And don't sulk. It's the same as pouting.
I know. I know. Damn me, why can't I do one lousy thing right?
Why didn't you throw it?
I almost did.
Louder.
I just get insane with myself sometimes.
Then why didn't you throw the
Louder,
cup?
louder, louder.
Then why didn't you throw the cup?
Because I'm trying to control myself?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why are you trying to control yourself? You were angry. You felt like throwing the cup. Why didn't you throw the cup?
Because I'd still be angry and have a broken cup.
How do you know? How do you know how you'd feel? Maybe you'd feel wonderful. Why don't you start living for once in your life? Do what you feel like doing, not what you're supposed to do. Come on, stop keeping books. Relax. Get drunk. Get angry. Break the goddamn cup.
Oh, my arm! I hurt my arm!
You're hopeless. You're a hopeless mental case.
I'm not supposed to use this arm. I have bursitis.
You're not going to cry, are you? I think all those tears dripping down your arm is what gave you bursitis.
You know, I save us a lot of money, and I work really hard making this place livable.
Louder. Do that again. You know, big loud.
You know, I save us a lot of money and make this place livable. I cook and clean in this house, and I save us a lot of money.
Thank you, Payne Weber.
Okay, I may be compulsive, but at least I'm not a grouch. We have our good times too, don't we?
Good times? You call getting a clear picture on Channel 2 good times? That's not my idea of whoopee.
What are you talking about?
Florence, I've spent enough nights watching you put paper strips between your toes. The night was made for better things.
Like what?
Like the smell of a good cigar circling under my nose. Listen to me good. There are two sexes in this world. We're one of them. I didn't make this up, but nature demands that sometimes our sex gets in touch with their sex.
You mean man?
If you have to give it a name, all right. Men.
That's funny. I haven't thought about men in weeks.
I fail to see the humor.
You don't think I find men attractive? I find plenty of men attractive.
Like who? Name one.
I always thought Adelaide Stevenson was attractive.
Yeah, but he doesn't date anymore. Florence, we can't spend every night home alone like this.
Listen, I intend to go out. I get lonely too. But I'm just separated a few weeks. Give me a little time.
What am I asking? I just want to have one night out on the town with a couple of nice guys.
But who am I going to call? The only single man I know is my hairdresser. And he's into other things.
Don't worry about it. You leave that to me. There's two brothers who live in the building. They're Spanish. They used to live in Spain. They're a million laughs.
How do you know?
I got stuck in the elevator with them last week. They asked me out to dinner. They'll be perfect.
Well, what do they look like?
Real gentlemen. Double-breasted suits.
Double-breasted suits doesn't mean you're gentlemen.
They had cuffs on the pants.
Are they young or are they old? Are they nice looking?
Will you relax? These are two classy Spanish guys. No taps on their shoes.
Which one do I get?
Whichever one you want. When they come in, point to the Spaniard of your choice.
Use your other hand to call.
I wouldn't know what to say to them.
Will you relax? They're real easy to be with. I talked to them for a half hour. I didn't understand a word they said.
They don't speak English?
They speak perfect English. Every once in a while. Just promise me one thing.
What?
You won't call one of them Sydney. Forget Sydney. It's Manilo and Jesus.
Manilo and Jesus.
You don't pronounce the J.
Where is there a J in Manilo and Jesus?
Will you stop worrying, will you? We're going to have a nice night out out to dinner with two nice guys. They know the best Spanish restaurant in
No,
New
I
York.
am not going out into a restaurant and be seen by everyone in this city.
You think people are waiting in line to see who you go out with?
I'm talking about my family, my friend. What if my mother-in-law comes in and sees me having tequila with Manilo and Jesus?
Your mother-in-law lives in Florida!
But this might be the one night she comes to town.
Florence, I need a date. Real bad.
Do it again. Don't overplay it.
Okay.
Mean it.
Florence, I need a date. Real bad. Time is going by. My hormones are going tick tock, tick tock. Give me your hand.
What?
Give me your hand. Do you feel my breast?
Yes?
Well, it's not good enough.
Oh.
I need bigger hands with nipples. Please.
All right, but not outside. We'll eat here.
Here. Florence, this isn't a date about food. It's about nibbling fingers. It's about standing up for a woman's honor and making sure we lose.
I have no intention of losing. If you want dinner, I'll make dinner. I'll make chicken Valencia with Spanish rice, eggplant, potato dumplings, and lemon souffle.
Are you crazy? You'll blow them up. Florence, they'll need help getting out of their chairs. We want them romantic, not diabetic.
My food is light. My food is fluffy. Don't tell me how to cook. If you want them to nibble on your fingertips, I'll spread pate on them.
Who are you calling?
My kids. To let them know what their mother is doing in case their friends tell them their mother's a tramp.
Use your other hand.
Manlo and who?
Jesus.
How do you spell that?
J-E-S-U-S.
That's Jesus. You didn't tell me his name was Jesus.
It's a different kind of Jesus. My God, will you stop worrying?
Well, I'm going to have to make something simpler then. A fish with loaves or something.
See.
I stand corrected. The casting is perfect.
Not the way I did it yesterday.
Not the
No.
way I did it yesterday.
Good for the two of you, man. Holy shit. Totally different. How was that?
It was just fun. It had a rhythm that it didn't have before.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just kind of like, I don't know. It was just different.
Yeah. You could do this play.
Oh, yeah.
You two could do this play. You know? We could work the other scene, the first scene in class, you know? And
That'd
then
be fun.
we get a couple Spanish guys.
Are they cute?
Fantastic. What did you do? You inject your jaw with something? You were so still. It was amazing.
I watched The Odd Couple.
Yeah.
And I really studied Walter Matthau's deadpan. And he was just deadpan. And then I read up on Neil Simon and how one-liner he was. And I just really took the fun out of, I mean, I infused my personality, but just in a deadpan way. It was very artistic in a way that I've never experienced before.
Yeah, it's like and you lost it a little bit toward the end of the scene, where you started to be more animated, and we got less laughs.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. So, but what's interesting is you were doing something, and maybe you got this from Mathau, but you were doing something that almost it felt like your whole jaw was like numb, and you were bringing all the energy down, which was correct.
And it worked.
It was great. It was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's amazing too when I can see it, like I did yesterday. I can see it, I can hear it, and I'm trying so hard to help you get it, and then you got it. It's just like so rewarding. I just want to tell you. It's so because I'm like, it's there. Trust me, it's there. Oh my God, it's there. I don't know. You killed it. The two of you killed it.
Thank you. It was very fun to work with Robin.
Same. Like this, brilliant.
Oh.
She is. She's a wonderful actress. I told you that from the top, and she works her ass off.
Yes, she does.
So what a great combo. You know, she's just ahead of you. She's got more years in front of you is all it is. So knowing that and being willing to put in the work on both sides, you know, being willing to be humble and then being willing to put in the extra work, and then we rise up together, it's like...
It's fun.
It's fun and it's amazing. And it's like you can't, as a seasoned actor, you can't hope for anything more than to have an actor who works their tail off. Because then you're like, okay, great.
Because that can go somewhere.
That's right. But if you don't show up to rehearsal, it's like, it's hard to work with that person. But if they show up and they do all the work and it's not perfect, okay, fine. We can deal with that. You know, we can get past that. You were fantastic today, though, Robin. You were fantastic.
Thank you.
You weren't like, I'm sugarcoating it. You were fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you had a big, loud voice, and I could see you having a really, really good time further nuancing this character. Making her even louder, even more deadpan. And it's like the little tiny like look and back to what you're doing and stillness that creates all the comedy. And you can see when it comes to like Odd Couple, which even if you look at all the other scenes, there's a bit of this in there, you know? It's you must be still and you must be all over the place. It doesn't work if we're both doing that.
Right.
That we talked about that. Yeah. We talked about that. Good job.
Thank you.
What questions do you have? We don't need to belabor this.
No, we don't have to.
No,
do
it
again.
was just great coaching from you yesterday. We took it to heart, really found where our stops were, where the exclamations were for this character, because there weren't many.
Let me ask this question, because we might, this is forever online. So right now we're live to the world on YouTube. I don't know if you didn't know that, you are. So let me ask this question, because it might help some kid somewhere, some way in the future. Robin, where are you at right now as a person, and what did you put into this scene? That's what I want. I want you to answer that question honestly.
Where am I at as a person? I have spent a lifetime in personal growth and development, just always being a better version of myself. And I love being a beginner, and so I always try to take on something that I've never done before and perfect it. And so, so not just as a person, but things that I love and enjoy doing. And if I love and enjoy doing something, I will put the work in. And so I love this process, and I love what I'm taking from my personal life and how that's just manifesting itself in this different part of my life.
And I mentioned this to you earlier, this idea of how I believe acting is personal development. That's my whole take on it. You look at the homepage of the website and it's Master Your Life Through the Craft of Acting. The idea is this can't be perfected. Therefore, it's a never-ending process, much like our life is.
Right.
And as we figure out what our shortcomings are as actors, we realize they oftentimes play themselves out in life. And as we fix one, we end up fixing the other, which is so beautiful. But also, what I was getting at was more of a braggadocious thing, which you didn't let yourself go to. Right now, currently, you are working through what in your personal life?
Oh, so I'm currently working on my PhD in organizational psychology, and I'll probably graduate this year. I will graduate this year.
Yes, and you're toward the tail end, and you're in the part that's very stressful.
Yeah, I just collected all my data, and now I'm writing up my data and writing chapters 4 and 5. And
But you don't actually work also, though, right?
I do work.
Oh, what?
I'm a real estate agent.
I knew that.
You do.
And yet, you find the time to do the scene, to memorize it, and then to stay up all night, however long it takes, to do the research based upon the critique last night, and you find a way, and therefore something comes from it, whether it be growth or a good result like today, it doesn't matter. But that's the point. If I was trying to talk to a kid out there, it's like, yes, you can. You think you can't, because you've told yourself you can't, but it's actually just a choice. And you're making the choice to propel yourself forward, and good for you. Mary, where are you at? Because I do think you're such a great actress.
Oh, thank you.
I really do.
Thanks.
You've been a delight ever since you come into the studio, and I admire your talent. I think it's about digging in, and it's about you needing or wanting the process. You've also been so kind. Even I won't even discuss details, but I know you've been very kind and generous to other actors who needed help, and you've been a giving soul. So I want to know where you are right now in your journey.
On my life journey?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a mother of 6, a wife. I'm retired mostly, but I've had some businesses. My passion is acting, singing, dance. Theater is my passion. I really find joy in it. And I love finding that community with other actors and with even the audience, about a likeness, a oneness that we can all resonate, like a cello in the corner. One note will be strung, and then the other cello will resonate the same sound. And I love that feeling that we're all on a journey together, and I'm a Christian, so it makes me feel a part of something that's bigger than me, and I really love the art of it. So, and I find a lot of things about myself that I kind of get the giggles over, because it's really all parts of you that you're sharing.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Good.
As professional, I really want to go back to the joy of acting, regardless of any play or.
Okay, so tell me about what's the difference? When you say the joy of acting, is there a time when acting is not the joy?
I think when you start to really get disappointed if you don't get an audition, or if you don't get the part, or if someone doesn't, you know what I mean, if it doesn't lay out for you in the way that you've preconceived it to be, your career, people get very disappointed in themselves, and the rejection can be very hard, and a lot of people quit.
Right.
Because, it's such an interesting dynamic, this audition. Sometimes you're auditioning for a role that's been canceled, and you don't even know that the role was canceled by the producer. But when you're young, that really hurts, and it's hard to build up confidence in the art. And I think it can be easily lost along the way if you get a bad review, or
Yeah.
But I'm way beyond caring about that stuff, and I really love the joy of just exploring and acting in really any venue.
Yeah. Well, and I can tell you what's interesting is you might not get a role because you're Christian.
Oh, I have absolutely dealt with that in Los Angeles, Matt.
And yet you might not get a role because you're white
Because
or
I'm
black
60.
or brown
Yeah.
or whatever. There's all kinds of reasons at the end of the day.
Right.
But when push comes to shove, it's like we always say, you get so good that they can't not cast you. It's like, despite the fact that they have to, they do. I got a role one time when I knew the casting director was rooting against me.
You could feel it, or just?
Oh, for sure. I could feel it. I knew it. I heard about it. Someone told me about it. But the people who are running the commercial, they're like, sorry, like we just want him. And I got it in spite of everything going against me.
I love that.
That's a great story.
And I became a casting director after that because of that.
Really?
The person trying to stop me started me doing something new because I'm like, all right, cool. If that's what's happening, then we'll just open up something new.
Beautiful.
That's what happened.
Wow.
And it's okay. Like, it's just totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna root against you. It's the way it is.
Yeah.
It's the way it is. So I'm so happy that you're saying that and sharing that as well, because I'll go back to, like, we're trying to help somebody watching this right now. And what we don't understand sometimes is you have to fall in love with the process.
Mm-hmm.
And there are very few things in the acting profession, if we are actually honest with ourselves, that are more fulfilling than the moment the two of you just got to experience.
Oh.
It's
a zen.
Right? It vibrates in the room, and it vibrates through your body. And you get a superficial high from a TV show or a commercial, but for the most part, those are just the dollar signs, and they're like what kind of helps you pay the bills type of thing. But truthfully, depending on your role, unless it's a lead, you sit around for 11 hours
Yep.
and you get to be on camera for a second, and then you get thousands of dollars, but it's not this.
So
It doesn't
boring.
feel like
It's
this.
so boring.
Right.
Sorry if somebody.
But by doing this, you land that. That's the truth. So if your mindset switches and you go, oh, the gigs get in the way of my process, but my process is why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for the love. I'm bettering myself knowing that I'm doing that. The rewards come,
Yeah.
but I'll never stop doing that.
Right.
And you'll be so excellent they can't not cast you. That's it.
Thank you, Matt.
This is a great experience.
Yeah.
You two are an inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I get one of you guys to take a picture of us with the set?
Yeah, we'll do that. All right, that is our class. Thank you so much. We'll wrap it up there.